Today on the Eating on a Dime show, I'm making my all-time favorite quick chicken scampi. Hey guys, today I'm making one of my favorites. It's an easy skillet recipe, chicken scampi. So, simple, easy, delicious dinner idea that I'm gonna show you how to make today. All you're gonna need is a skillet and a pot to boil pasta to make this kind of one pot dinner. It's gonna be good. If you want the recipe, you can go to eatingonadime.com, search for chicken scampi, quick chicken scampi. We have several chicken scampi recipes, from our skillet version to our crock pot version to even our Instant Pot version that you're gonna love today. Okay, for those of you who don't know, chicken scampi is basically like chicken with onions and peppers and a delicious like Parmesan garlicky sauce that is tossed in a bed of angel hair. And that's what we're gonna make today. My kids love it. I've been making this for years. In fact, I haven't made it in a while, so I'm super pumped to eat this today, and you're gonna love it too. The link for the recipe is in the description. This is one recipe that you're gonna wanna add in to your rotation of meals because it's so simple and so good. Let's get started, guys, because I could have been browning this chicken while we were talking. We are going to toss in chicken. I have boneless, skinless chicken breasts that I went ahead and sliced up into pieces, and we're gonna get that browning. I forgot the oil in there. That's okay, I'll toss some oil in there with it. A little bit of oil just to get that chicken moving. I do have I like to cook in this big like skillet, but you do you, boo, okay? Okay, so we're gonna let that spread it out and let it get browning while we chop up some peppers. I already sliced up my onions before we hop on the video, so I don't cry on the video. You're welcome. But while this is cooking, I'm gonna go ahead and slice up some bell peppers. You're gonna need basically a whole bell pepper, but a half of each color. And you decide what color you want. You can do a red, a yellow, an orange, a green. I think I'm gonna do a red and a green today, but either one will work. And a half to a whole, depending on how your family likes bell peppers. If they love bell peppers, go ahead and throw in 2 whole ones. If they don't love them as much, go ahead and do the half. And we're going to slice these up. And we're just doing this while we're waiting for that chicken to brown and start to brown. It's gonna take a little bit longer than it would in like when you do it, because I'm just using a portable stovetop, which cooks a little slower than it would over there. So it's gonna take us just a little bit more time, but that's okay. I'm gonna keep slicing these up. Okay, while we're, get that done. Okay, while we're waiting for this to brown, I'm gonna go, actually, I think I want a little bit more bell peppers in mine. I'm gonna go ahead and slice up a little bit more. Okay, while that's browning, I'm gonna go ahead and add in our seasonings, friends. Now, you wanna make sure you don't add in your seasonings too soon, because the minced garlic and the Italian seasoning will burn. So you definitely want your chicken to have a little bit of a brownness before. So I'm gonna go ahead and add in our salt and pepper. And remember, you can get the entire recipe on eatingonadime.com. All you gotta do is search for quick chicken scampi to grab that recipe. So good, guys. The flavor is so simple, but the flavor is so good. We're getting a little bit of color on this chicken. So I'm gonna go ahead and toss in my minced garlic and my Italian seasoning. Now it looks like a lot of Italian seasoning, and it is, but that's because we're making a delicious sauce that's gonna be all over our pasta as well. It makes it packed with flavor. It's a really simple thing that just packs the flavor in your dish today. Toss that in. And then I'm gonna go ahead and add in my onions. And then my bell peppers. It smells so good already. Okay, what we're gonna do basically is we're gonna toss this in, we're gonna toss in the broth, and then we're gonna let it sit. We're gonna let it cook. I wanna make sure I'm doing this right. Until the chicken is completely through. So if you don't like really soft peppers, I would probably wait and not throw them in right now. I would wait until halfway through your chicken is completely done, but I'm okay with some soft peppers because I kind of want them to go with the pasta. Does that make sense? I want them to be more like, it's a one scoop. It's kind of weird for me, but I like my peppers a little bit crispier when I'm doing like fajitas, but I like them a little softer when I'm doing like an Italian dish. My personal preference, so you do you, boo. Toss in those peppers. My hot plate is staying on, guys, so far so good. Okay, then we're gonna throw in our broth. I have 2 cups of chicken broth. And that's how we're gonna be creating that delicious sauce. And then we're gonna cover it and we're gonna let it cook. So what we're gonna do is we're going to keep this covered, bring it to a boil. Once it boils, I'm gonna turn it down, and it's gonna take about 10 minutes to cook. For that chicken to completely cook through, not only to cook through, but also to be tender. But since the chicken is, what's the word I'm looking for, is cut into slices, it's going to cook faster than if you were to do chicken breast. Because basically you're boiling and steaming the chicken, but with it covered so you don't lose the liquid of the broth. Once it's finished, I'm going to mix in the pasta, which we've already cooked. If I wasn't on a video, I'd be cooking it right now, right next to this pot. But since we're on a video, we cooked it before. I probably should eat a piece. It's good. You want to cook it al dente. Al dente means it's like a minute or two a minute or two below what your package says. So that way it doesn't fall apart when you toss it in your sauce. Now, right before you mix in your pasta, so when this is finished, you're gonna remove the lid, take the heat off, you're gonna stir in a 1/2 cup of Parmesan cheese. That's super critical because that makes it delicious. Then you're gonna stir in your pasta, and finally, you're gonna toss it you're gonna add the rest of the Parmesan cheese on top, and dinner's done. See how easy that is? We're talking, what, maybe 20 minutes? Maybe 20 minutes and dinner's done, and you've dirtied up 2 pans. One for your pasta, which is practically not dirtying it up, and then one for your skillet. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. 20 minutes, dinner's done. Remember, link in the description, and don't forget to like and subscribe. It's super simple, super easy to make. You're gonna love it. But that's it, guys. So head on over to eatingonadime.com or get the link in the description of this video, and you can make this today. Bye, friends.